Buck. Alright, it's Tuesday, October 6th, 2015. Coming out here in this state game lands. We came here yesterday to hunt doves. We saw a spike and a button buck. A lot of deer sign back here. I'm not hunting. I have class at 4 o'clock, but my friend Chris, we're basically just scouting, but he's taking the bow in case we see a buck. And stick around, see if we see some deer. 3 legs. Black bear, 3 cubs. One was a cinnamon phase. That bear has 3 legs. It's missing a leg. That Sal's missing a leg. So I got shot off. She had. Alright. Let's just stay on our toes. Keep watching down there. Alright, what happened? We're looking at this apple tree at this deer trail. Chris is like, bear. I look down there, there's 4 bears. One was a cinnamon phase cub, 2 other cubs, black phase, and a sow with 3 legs. We saw a bear right here, a different bear, completely different bear, yesterday. Holy cow.
She was looking at us too. I was like, I knocked an arrow.
I was like, we're getting out of here. I took a couple steps back and they ran off. Alright, it's Monday, October 26, 2015. Still in search of a buck. I'm in Tioga County. I don't have a doe tag for this area, so I can only shoot a buck. And I haven't been in this area for a while, but I've actually seen more bear in here than I've seen deer. I've seen 5 bear and I think 3 or 4 deer. But one of the deer I did see was a little button buck. He was standing right here. There's probably like a dozen apple trees right here, right around me in a little field. And I didn't see one apple on the ground. These trees are still pretty loaded with apples. But these deer are definitely picking these apples up and eating them, so hopefully we'll bring a buck in tonight and get him in range. Alright, it's October 30th, 2015. I'm hunting deer tonight. I figured I'd just tell you how I missed that 6 point on Monday. And so basically I was just in my ground blind hunting like a dozen apple trees, and that buck came in. I knew he was a little farther than 20, but I knew he wasn't farther than 25. And what I was doing, I was filming the moon because it was a full moon, so I had the tripod set up filming the moon. And then I was like, I might just set this back up in case something comes in. So I set it up, but it wasn't set up like the way I had it before, so it wasn't like perfectly set up. And it was over my right hand shoulder, and that buck came in. I'm like, alright, I got the camera on. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shoot at him, take a shot at him. I knew he was over 20, but he wasn't far. So got the full draw, and you saw in the video that as soon as I released, my elbow kicked back. I released, my elbow kicked back because the camera was right there. Hit the camera on the tripod, knocked it over. And what the buck did, I knew I missed him just the way he reacted. He just jumped and didn't know what happened. He looked fine. I know I didn't hit him, and he was actually coming back into me. He came in about 20 yards, maybe a little closer than 20 yards, but he was facing me, and I was waiting for him to turn broadside, but he just jumped and turned and walked off. And it got dark, and I walked out to look at my arrow, and it was sticking in the ground pretty good, but from my arrow to my stand was 25 yards, so that buck was around 21 or 23 yards. So I missed him low, and I could see the arrow just missed, probably not less than 6 inches right below his ribs. So hopefully I can redeem myself tonight.